It's just been announced that the Axo platform has been on a private testnet on Cardano over the course of the last year, solidifying what this team is building. On top of that, we're expecting the Axo Trade ISPO airdrop to take place any given day with their TGE already being complete. That said, as a part of today's video, I want to break down their latest article, including all the information as to how the community can begin to get ready for their airdrop. What is going on, ADA Nation? Welcome to DApp Central. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, I want to break down the latest news article developed or released by the Axo Trade team. If it's your first time hearing about Axo, they're going to be aiming to be one of the top or one of the premier dexes building on the Cardano ecosystem. Now, this team has been building quite patiently and very quietly over the course of the last year. In today's article, I want to touch on their upcoming mainnet, which right now, to be fully transparent, we don't have an official date. However, we do know that they've been quietly testing and that they're getting ready to roll things out with their latest announcement surrounding their ISPO airdrop, which will be available as soon as the application goes live on the mainnet. So if you guys want to find out more about Axo, you can quickly head over to axo.trade. Now, the article I want to touch on is going to be this one here, labeled How to Claim Your Axo Airdrop. So it reads, Axo will soon be coming to the Cardano mainnet. The system has been in a private testnet since last year, and it is now nearing its completion. I'm not sure that anybody within the community was aware that the Axo platform was already on a private testnet. I personally was thinking that, they were still trying to get a testnet fully functioning, but it seems like they're way ahead in terms of progress than at least I personally realized. But it is very reassuring to hear that they've been on a private testnet for over a year, which in my eyes here, from a development standpoint, should have given them more than enough runway to iterate multiple times and add a lot of features that we'll probably be able to expect to see as soon as the mainnet launches. Jumping back in the article, in order to basically take advantage of this ISPO airdrop, I do have to state that they will be using KYC. Now, I also want to be clear to state that KYC will not be required in order to actually interact with the DEX or with the trading platform once it comes live. So the KYC is only being done in order to make sure that they're meeting regulatory requirements, given the fact that this was an ISPO. And if you recall, about 2 or 3, maybe a little bit even further ago than that, about 5 or 6 months ago, the Axo team actually sent back the ADA that was raised as a part of their ISPO in order to make sure that from a regulatory standpoint, they're not going to be impacted by anything in the future. They've been very transparent surrounding the fact that their safety of not only their customers, but the protocol itself is going to be their #1 priority. And they're really putting their money where their mouth is, again, showing us this with an identity verification process that's going to be required in order to claim your ISPO tokens. So eligible participants will be able to claim their Axo tokens via the Axo Vault platform, which is going to be an app that allows you to connect your wallet, view and claim the airdrop that you qualify for, and then in the near future, withdraw your tokens. Now, if I jump into this example here, it states that before the launch, you must claim your Axo tokens in the Axo Vault or you'll lose your airdrop allocation. That was the first part I was talking about. You just have to claim your tokens. Now, upon claiming your tokens, they'll be placed in a vesting smart contract on the Cardano network. As a part of this, 20% of your Axo tokens will be immediately available upon the platform launch, whereas 80% of the tokens will be locked in a smart contract, vesting over the course of 1 year. Right below that, they've got an example which breaks down a user who is able to claim 100 Axo tokens. And so, as I mentioned before, the first thing they have to do is claim them in the vault before the launch date. Once they do that, they'll be able to claim 20 tokens immediately as they launch on the mainnet. And then the remaining 80% or the remaining 80 tokens will be made available, giving them a 6.66 Axo claim if they're able to claim every month. So that's going to be it there. And one last thing I do want to touch on is going to be the fact that there will be a 35 ADA fee associated with the actual claim. But keep in mind, and let me see if I can find it here, that they will be returning 32 ADA after your tokens come back. So just keep that in mind there, that you do need to have enough ADA in whatever wallet you're using to claim your tokens, because you'll be locking up 35 ADA initially, but then 32 ADA will be given back to you once the linear vesting phase has been completed. Now, jumping into the next tab here, I want to briefly talk about the fact that they did also release a full walkthrough of the entire Axo Vault claiming process. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to use the article link that I'm going to be leaving down in the description below. But first things first, you're going to connect your wallet, which here we've got Eternal, Flint, Nami, Typhon, NuFi, Jiro, and Yoroi. So a lot of the top brands here. I'm sure we'll see Lace, etc. also getting added. Now, once you provide the actual vault access to your wallet, the next thing you'll undergo is going to be KYC. And so you can verify how much tokens you'll be earning. And then you've got to go through the KYC process. They're going to be leveraging SumSub, which I believe has also been leveraged by the Genius X team, who has their own launchpad. But again, pretty simple and straightforward process. You got to verify via phone and then take a scan of, I believe, your face. So I'm not going to scroll through all of this here. As you guys can see, it's quite a bit. It is extremely detailed. Now, the last portion of this video that I want to close out on is going to be these last two sentences here at the very bottom of the recently released article, touching on the preparation of their mainnet. So it reads, Axo is preparing to launch its mainnet, and they're currently working on taking finance to the next level. Presently, the team is focused on improving the user experience, developing new features, and reaching a wider audience. I think that the fact that they're also releasing these kinds of articles surrounding the ISPO claim process means that they really are getting close to the mainnet. Keep in mind, we already have the TGE taking place, so the tokens are available. All they need to do is begin the distribution process. So I'm thinking maybe within the next 2 to 3 months at most, we'll see the launch of Axo. If you guys know anything different or you guys believe anything different, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. But as this DEX launches, I'm definitely going to be keeping up with them. Hopefully, first we get a glimpse of what they're building on the testnet. If not, and they just decide to launch it on the mainnet, that's also okay, given the fact that they have been on a private testnet getting feedback for over a year. That said, that's going to do it for today's video. Again, just keeping it brief and to the point here surrounding Axo and their ISPO vault claiming process. If you guys found today's video to be helpful or insightful in any way, shape, or form, I would really appreciate it if you guys could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding Axo or Cardano, then make sure to leave those down in the comment section below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.